Good morning, children. Today we are going to see biology, chapter 8, cell structure and its functions. So, in the last class, we discussed about the plant cell, right? So, kindly adjust with the old diagram. I did not draw it again. So, this is the image of a plant cell. You would have the cell wall, cell membrane or plasma membrane, the nucleus, cytoplasm, and other cell organelles like lysosome, mitochondria, chloroplast, and vacuole. So today we are going to see the functions of all the organelles of a cell. Once you know these functions, it would be easy for you to draw the diagram. You would easily understand about the organelles present inside a plant cell as well as the animal cell. So today we will discuss about the functions, and in the next class I will teach you about the animal cell so that it would be easily understood. Okay, the first one is your cell wall. The cell wall is the support and protection for the cell, the outer covering of the cell. It gives the structure for the cell, and it is a semi-permeable surface. So now look at this diagram, which is the cell wall. The outer layer is your cell wall. Okay. The cell wall acts as a protective cover for the cell. Okay. It gives the structure for the cell. Whether it is in the shape of an hexagon or round shape or spherical or elongated one, it is decided by the cell wall only. Then it is a semi-permeable layer. What is the meaning of semi-permeable layer? Semi-permeable layer means it allows the passage of materials in and out of the cell. Okay, you should not think about what kind of materials. Materials in the sense the nutrients and the energy sources. They need to travel in and out of the cell. So that is possible only with the help of the cell wall. Right? The next one is the cell membrane. The cell membrane is also called plasma membrane. The layer below the cell wall is cell membrane. So let us see its functions. The cell membrane is also called plasma membrane, which is a thin layer, and it also again serves for the protection of the cell and it transports. Okay, so you could see now both the cell wall and the cell membrane are serving the same purpose of protection and transportation of the materials in and out of the cell. Okay. Next is your nucleus. As I told you already, nucleus is an important organelle of the cell, like it is the battery of the cell. It controls the entire cell. Okay, it controls and regulates the activities of the cell. It has two important functions, children. First one is the growth and metabolism. Like as you know, we grow from a baby to a elder one. Okay. So that is possible with the growth of the cells, right? So that is maintained by the nucleus present inside the cell. The growth is maintained by the nucleus. What is the meaning of metabolism? Metabolism is nothing but the breakdown of food particles and the absorption of nutrients, reproduction of cells, all the other processes are taken care by the nucleus. This is function number 1. Function number 2 is it stores the hereditary material DNA. I told you already, nucleus is the important one. Why? Because it has the responsibility of storing the hereditary information. How the genes are transferred from the parent to the offspring. Offspring means young ones. Like your father, you may be tall. Like your mother, you would have curly hair. So all these are the hereditary informations carried from the parent to the young one. That is possible because the information is carried through the DNA. DNA is nothing but your genome, genes. So who's having the responsibility to store and protect the hereditary information is your nucleus. Okay? Now look at here, your nucleus is here. I have drawn here. Okay, so I already explained you about this part, nucleus. You would have a protective membrane called nuclear membrane surrounding the nucleus. Alright, then inside the nucleus you would find nucleolus and small thread-like structures called your chromosomes. Chromosomes is nothing but your DNA. So inside the nucleus you will have the DNA, hereditary information. So that is a very important one, and hence it is again protected by the nuclear membrane. A cell already has its protective layer, cell membrane, although you would again find a protective membrane for the nucleus because this is an important organelle. Since it carries the genetic information, it has to be protected well. Okay, so the protective shell of the nucleus is the nuclear membrane. The nuclear membrane is a double layer with small pores to permit the passage of materials between nucleus and cytoplasm. Now, what is cytoplasm? Except the nucleus, the remaining organelles present inside the cell will be combinedly called together as cytoplasm. Okay, so nucleus is one part and the remaining all the parts will be combined together as cytoplasm. So a cell has two important parts, nucleus and cytoplasm. Okay. So now coming back to your nuclear membrane, this is a double layer. Can you see here I have drawn it as a double layer? This is the reason. This is why it is double layer, means for its high protection of storing the chromosomes. So it is a double layer and it has some small pores. Small pores means small spaces for the passage of materials from the between the cytoplasm and nucleus. Okay? Yes. Next, it encases genetic materials, means it stores the genetic material, that is your DNA. Now you find out the abbreviation of DNA. What is the abbreviation of DNA? This is your homework today. Next, I told you already, cytoplasm and nucleus are the two parts of a cell. Okay, these two can be together called by the name protoplasm. Okay, next is your vacuole. Vacuole is the empty space in a cell and it maintains water balance. So which is the vacuole here inside the cell? This is a vacuole. This is an empty space. So why it is empty is it helps in maintaining the water balance. It exerts out the excess amount of water from the cell, as well as like the indigestion, egestion, all these functions are carried out by your vacuole. The vacuole is large in size in case of plant cell and small in size in case of an animal cell. Next is chloroplast. Chloroplast captures sun's energy. This is present only in plant cell. This you have already learned from your lower class in the process of photosynthesis that the plant leaves have chloroplast. So chloroplasts are nothing but the organelles inside the plant cell. So this is responsible for receiving the sun energy in the process of photosynthesis to prepare its food. Animals will not have chloroplast because we cannot prepare our own food. Only plants prepare their own food. So only plants will have chloroplast. Next is mitochondria. Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. What is the meaning of powerhouse? It is the source of energy. Yes. So which is the mitochondria? Here, this is the mitochondria. How to draw the mitochondria is nothing but very simple. Just draw like this. So this serves as the powerhouse of the cell. The meaning is it is providing the energy for all the activities of the cell. Okay. So with this, I would like to stop. If you have any doubt, kindly contact me. Children, practice this cell diagram once as today's homework.